Alright, hello guys, and welcome to my review of Dexter Resurrection, episode 4. So last time I got copyright kinda doing things this way, so that's why I've been playing, gameplay to avoid copyright, so if it happens again. I guess when it comes to, viewing it this way, you'll only be able to see it this way on YouTube, but I'll just basically put like something over, or I guess just more gameplay next time, yeah. But yeah, let's get into it. So Dexter's just basically taking a picture to verify that he's red, so he'll be able to get inside the cult, and we actually get to fully see the cult in this episode, which is cool. Yeah, he's able to get his print. Batista actually ends up finding Harrison, and they basically get to have a little reunion. We get to find out what happened with Jamie, the one that used to look after him when he was little. Like, she's like a principal now, which is cool. Yeah, it's nice to get that information, because I don't know if they'll even show on screen anyway. So, but yeah, we just get to see Dexter driving to the place. His print kind of messes up at first, so she's getting suspicious, but it ends up working. And she's just watching him the whole time. And you get to see Dexter just holding like his flipping hat. And you get to see Peter Dinklage. I guess he has a fascination of these killers. He literally has like displays of all the serial killers, even Arthur Mitchell, flipping Dahmer, like flipping, oh man, this guy's crazy. And I guess like a local one, like Whipper or something, which I guess that Claudette also knows about, because she was like a big part on that case. Yeah. And then there's a flipping clown from New Blood that Dexter killed. Yeah. So yeah, it just basically shows that he wants to honor the killers. Yeah. And if anyone breaks the rules, they'll be dealt with. Which I guess that's what the bride was doing in the previous episode when she killed that guy with like his baseball bat, because he basically broke the rules, so she killed him. Yeah. Because I just wasn't paying attention, because the Betty did show much scenes with her, so yeah, it just went over my head for some reason. And I guess the one that gets the most screen time is Jessica Jones. I just call her Jessica Jones because that's what I'm mostly known for. And then Breaking Bad fans would call her Jane. But yeah, she definitely gives like definitely similar vibes to like between Jessica Jones and Jane. Yeah, she kind of like has a similarity of both of them in a way. Yeah, and I guess she tends to actually take a liking to Dexter, or maybe she knows something about Dexter, but she's just not fully giving it away. Then we get to see the others, like the guy from Modern Family. He just seems like a nice guy, and I didn't really find out what he actually does, like who, because I guess you find out that he actually has a family, something that Dexter doesn't really have anymore. But what does he actually do? Like, what kind of people does he kill? It'd be funny if he seems like the nicest one, but then he ends up doing the darkest stuff. But I guess we'll find out eventually. I mean, I know it's pretty dark to say, but imagine if he's someone that ends up killing his own family because he likes killing families or something. But I know that's just come beyond random, but imagine if I'm just randomly right. Doubt it though. And he just seems nice, I guess. I can't tell. Well, he's definitely not gay in this universe. And then you got this guy, How I Met Your Mother, legendary. Yeah, it just sucks because I'm talking about spoilers, of course. They kill him off by the end of the episode, but with what he had and what for just one episode, it was cool to have him, I guess. And I guess Dexter's just going to end up killing all these people that actually do bad things. I mean, Jessica's character, she seems like she only goes after bad people like Dexter, so they end up having like a love interest kind of situation. But when she finds out that Dexter's not red, I just wonder where that's going to go. Yeah. It seems like she kind of goes after people that you could say what Harrison was doing, where he killed that rapist, so he doesn't like predators. I mean, she doesn't like predators. Yeah, because I think something happened to like her sister, Hazel, so, basically killed her stepfather, who the mum was seeing, because the mother wasn't, I guess, a good mother. And I guess she actually likes that Dexter doesn't have the cliche mother issues, and it's actually, his mother died, so it's kind of different. He actually had a good relationship with his mum, I guess, yeah. Just seeing this circle of killers is just perfect. We kind of got something like this in season 8 of Dexter, but it seems like a better version with bigger actors that I love, yeah. And I hope we get to see more screen time with some of the others that they didn't really address that much. and get to know more about them, because like it was mainly Jessica and him that they kind of mainly focused on, like, and he's literally presenting his own kill. Also, I like the little joke about, you know, Dexter having to be vegan because Red was vegan, so like, everyone keeps giving him vegan food, which is funny. But yeah, I guess he has a fascination with tattoos, so he goes after people with cool tattoos, I guess. Yeah. And you just get everyone to say like what they call their urge. You know, everyone has a different saying. Yeah, Jessica calls it like a itch. And yeah, Harrison, like, he ends up seeing Batista, getting to reminisce and stuff, which is nice. But then he's telling that his father was a killer. He doesn't reveal that his father's dead though. I mean, not dead. So yeah, you just wanted to see what he'd say. And then it's once the girlfriend comes into the picture, like, she literally goes up to Batista and says that, you know, he's not responsible or anything about the murder. And then that's when he gets suspicious, and she basically gives it away that, oh no, is he following Dexter's footsteps? Yeah, just imagine being Batista. You literally had a best friend who you worked with for so long, like over 2 decades, and then you find out they're possibly a serial killer. And then you also might be thinking like their son's gonna follow in their footsteps as a serial killer too. And you know, you kind of think they're responsible for Legretta's death, Deborah's death, Rita's death, just all that. It's crazy, man. Yeah, I can't imagine what would be going through his head. How you even process all that. Believing the lies for so long. Yeah. It seems like Harrison's about to have a nice moment with her, but I guess it kind of gets a bit too close, and she kind of doesn't want to go in that direction. They just want to stay as friends because, you know, she had like a relationship before and it ended badly, so she's not really ready for anything like that. But obviously she still cares about Harrison, but you know, it just feels like he just got denied, I guess. And at this point, I just forgive Harrison, because by the end of the episode, he was willing to turn himself in because he knows things are not going to work out. And he doesn't want to become a monster like his father, so he was ready to just turn himself in, something that the dad didn't want to do. And then, you know, you just seeing them having some time together, I guess, bonding, and I kind of explained some of the stuff that she ended up talking about. Them having a kind of connection, because they're not like full serial killers in the way where they just kill innocent people, just mindlessly kill people. Like, they actually have a code in a way, yeah, and the reason why they do what they do. I guess she did ballet, but it wasn't really enough, so she ended up killing like her stepfather, and that kind of created her release. Yeah, because she used the ballet as like trying to find a release, but then actually killing, that's what helped her, I guess, cope. Yeah, but then he ends up finding out that he needs to kill this guy a lot sooner, but then he's actually on the kill at the time, so he doesn't want to stay for long. Yeah, but then Dexter ends up following him. Then Batista just ends up meeting with hers, which them working together, because she's so much like Dokes when it comes to just realizing things, but she's more like in an environment way. Like, she can just completely work out a crime scene, just like how Dexter did in the old show when he was a part of the homicide crew. I really miss those days, but you can always go back and watch the old show. Yeah. But yeah, she just has similar skills to Dexter like that, possibly better. And then, but you know, because Dokes, like, he could tell who someone was just by just knowing him a little bit or just looking at him, and he just instantly knew that there was something wrong with Dexter. But he just couldn't fully point what he actually was doing. He knew he was like some kind of creep or something, like he did something bad, and you know, he goes out at night time killing people. And it took literally less than 2 seasons for him to work it out. Yeah. So if she's possibly better, man, it might take her just like this whole season, and then going into season 2, she could be going after Dexter and Harrison, both of them. Yeah, because I feel like with Batista's help as well, all the backstory and information, man, she could find out probably even faster than before the end of the season, because we still got 6 episodes. Who knows if in like just 2 or 3 episodes she could just fully piece it together with Batista's help. Like, she's just gonna have Batista on her side now. Yeah, they're gonna be a dangerous duo. So at this point, obviously, Harrison and Dexter need to actually meet up. Like, Harrison needs to find out his father's alive, but you know, before then, he's taking care of him. He kind of reveals that he's not Red. He's actually the Bay Harbor Butcher, and he's kind of shocked by that. We also see that, you know, Dexter's, you know, kill stuff are actually with Peter Dinklage's character. Like, he actually has a hold of him. He actually found him, because we thought he lost him forever, but he actually found him. So I'm just guessing if Dex ends up killing them all, he's probably going to take that. And I'm guessing he's not going to kill Peter Dinklage, because he actually doesn't kill people that we know, and he gets the bride to do it. Yeah. But yeah, we just have a nice little scene with them together. He said like he knew he was going to eventually die, and he kind of became a bit sloppy and stuff, so he had to try to be more careful, but it ended up not really mattering, I guess. It talks about having a fascination with the tattoos and how he uses them as trophies, and he thinks just Dexter's trophies are just stupid. Yeah. But just his reaction to finding out Dexter's Dexter. Yeah. And then, he gets rid of his body. Batista basically was able to find Harrison because of the car and stuff. And then the friend's kind of pissed about that Harrison gave the car to. And Batista's on him again, saying like, I hope you don't end up like your dad, because you're going down a dark path. Yeah. And this is why I want to see just Dexter and Batista having a completely honest conversation, and how we could get that in like either the end of this show, like when there's no more seasons, or if they want to end it in like a big movie way, and like Dexter gets arrested and he's literally just confessing everything, and Batista gets to be fully, let everything out, how he's been feeling, like decades of thinking like he's a good man, his best friend and everything, and just finding out the truth. Like, he's probably got so much inside, so it's just something I still want to see, man. And since they actually decided to do the right thing, not kill off Dexter, redeem Harrison, because Harrison, after this scene, he just probably started to feel like, man, I don't want to end up like my father, so maybe it would be better if I went to jail. But then, Dexter stops him beforehand, because, I guess that would have been it for Harrison if Dexter didn't decide to show himself in that moment. Yep. And that's how the episode ends. So yeah, another great episode, another 8 out of 10 episode. There's no 10 out of 10 episodes yet, but every episode being 8 out of 10, that's great. That's better than New Blood, because there definitely was some like 3 episodes I can think of that was like definitely like 8 out of 10. But can I say 10 out of 10? Because I just hate New Blood with how it ends mostly. And then there's like 2 average episodes, and there's just some good episodes. Yeah. From like completely awful to average to good. Then there's the great episodes, the 8 out of 10 episodes. This has been 8 out of 10 each episode so far, which is good. Not average episodes so far. Every episode's been interesting. So I definitely got a better writing team anyway. Even though I just still hate how they can just completely abandon the New Blood story. They could have did stuff with his girlfriend or something. Yeah, but nope, she's gone. But yeah, at least we got Batista, so that's the most important thing, because he's the one who I want to actually. It'd be cool if he's the one who brings down Dexter. Yeah, Harrison maybe could end up escaping or something, but by the end of the show, Dexter needs to go down, or if they're gonna make a movie, it can be in that. Yeah, and yeah, that's all I've got to say. I'm sure you can leave a like, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.